Hi, this is Racha, and today I'm going to show you how to knit loose lattice lace. And this is a piece of example that I knit. I use it for like a washcloth and things. And what I did was I knit a few rows of garter stitch at the edge on both the bottom and on the side before I begin the pattern. So garter stitch edge, and then when I finish the piece I finish it off with garter stitch edge as well. So this will make the piece look better. So just in case you want to make scarf or something, so always start out with couple rows of edging. Garter stitch is best. So let's start at our pattern now. I'm using needle size 6 and double knit yarn by Barocco. So start off with cast on. The patterns say that we're gonna need multiple of 8 plus 3. So I'm going to do 2 sets of pattern. So I will need to cast on 8 plus 8 is 16, and then 3 more. That will make it 19 stitches. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast on with my long tail technique, 19 stitches. Make my loop and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we got our cast on of 19 stitches for 2 sets of pattern. And we begin the first row. Okay, now I got my cast on done. So we're gonna begin the pattern row 1. Begin by knit 1. Go ahead and knit the first stitch. Knit 1 and then knit 2 together. Knit 2 together and then knit 1 and then yarn forward. So bring yarn forward between that needle, and then we do knit 1, slip 1 and knit 1, knit 1, and then we do slip 1, knit 1 and pass over, slip, knit twice, slip 1, K1 and pass the slip over, pass the slip stitch over. That's decrease, and then K2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna repeat it from the star mark there, which is K2 together, K2 together, I hope you can see well because my yarn is a little bit small. K2 together, K1, yarn forward, K1, slip 1, K1, pass over, slip, knit, pass over, and then knit 2. That's complete my pattern for row 1, and I have 2 stitches left here. It said that work to the last 2 stitch and then K2. So I do K2, okay, that's finished my first row. Now my second row and every other row gonna be purl all the way. So row 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12, it's gonna be all purl. So I'm just gonna purl. So I keep purling until the end. Okay, now I got my second row done, and I'm gonna begin row 3 now, okay? The third row, K2 together. So we're gonna knit 2 stitches together. Find the right yarn here. Okay, 2 together and knit 1. And then we're gonna do yarn forward and K1 twice. So bring yarn forward and K, bring yarn forward and K again. I'm sorry, I'm saying knit and K, so every time when I say K, that means knit. I get used to it sometime. And then after that we do slip 1, K1, pass over, slip 1, knit 1, pass over the slip stitch, and then we're gonna repeat, knit 2 together, because this one the first set we done. Now we go to second set. Okay, 2 together and then K1. I'm gonna do yarn forward and K1 2 times, and we're gonna do slip 1, K1, pass over. Work until the last 3 stitches and then K3. So we come to our last three stitches, and we do 1, 2, 3, knit. That complete our third row, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the purl on the wrong side. Okay, now I got my fourth row done. I just knitted all the way across, and now we're gonna begin our fifth row, which is knit 2. So knit 1, knit 2, and then we're gonna bring the yarn forward, and knit 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do yarn forward and then knit 1, and we're gonna do slip 1, knit 1, pass over, and then we're gonna do knit 1. That's our first set. Now we're gonna repeat from the start again. Okay, yarn forward, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then yarn forward and knit 1, When you do yarn forward and knit one, you just knit right over that needle and will make an eyelet. Yarn forward, knit one. Now slip one, knit one, pass over. Slip one, knit one, and pass over. And then knit one. Okay, it says repeat to the last stitch and then knit one. So I complete my repeat. And I have one last stitch left, so I'm just gonna knit one like it says. That concludes our 5th row. And I'm going to do the purl on the 6th row on the back. Okay, I finished my 6th row. Now I'm going to do the 7th row. Knit 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then knit 2 together. 2 together. And then knit 1. Then we do yarn forward. And then knit 1. And then slip 1, knit 1, and pass it over. Knit 2, 1, 2. Okay. It's a repeat to last 7 stitches, and I have 7 stitches left. So I'm gonna do K2 together, K1, yarn forward, K1, slip 1, K1, pass over, slip, knit, pass over, and then knit the last stitch. Okay, it's hard to knit lace because you need a lot of concentration and you can't be interrupted and you lose track. So always use row counter when you do this, because then you know where you are. It's easy to get confused. So I'm going ahead and purl the 8th row. Okay, I finished my 8th row, and now I'm going to do the 9th row, which is K3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna do K2 together and K1, and then yarn forward K1 2 times, yarn forward K1, yarn forward K1 2 times. Now slip 1, K1, pass over, slip, knit, pass over, and then repeat from the start. So we go there and say K2 together. So we knit 2 together, we knit 1, gonna do yarn forward and knit 1 twice. That's 1, that's 2. So we did yarn forward and knit 1 twice, and then we're gonna do slip 1, K1, pass over, slip, knit, pass over. Okay, this one doesn't have any stitch left over, so you can start to see this pattern forming here. And I guess if you make a mistake, you sort of notice this pattern is kind of out of whack. So that's how it looks. See, without the border, it's a little curvy. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my purl on the 10th row. Okay, now I'm back. I just finished knitting row 10, and now we're gonna come to our 11th row. So we begin by K2, 1, 2, and then K2 together, and K1, do yarn forward, and K3, 2, 3, yarn forward again, K1, repeat 2 last stitch and K1. Okay, so we're gonna do repeat from the star, which is K2 together, K1, yarn forward, K3, 1, 2, 3, yarn forward, K1, last stitch with K1. So that complete my 11 rows. And for row 12, I'm gonna do the same, purl all the way across, and that's complete our set of pattern. The total of 12 row, so I'm not gonna do the 12 row because it's just purl. So you can see how the pattern is forming, and you just keep repeating and go back to row. After row 12, you go back to row 1 again, and 2 and 3 and so forth, and knit as long as you like. And remember adding this garter stitch on the border and the side like this to make the piece look nice and neat if you're doing dishcloth or washcloth. And then if you do scarf, you can do the same thing. Or if you prefer not to have the edge on the side, you can, but the piece might be like a little bit uneven. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you get a chance to knit it. It's fun and it's pretty. Just need a little concentration. Good luck.